My whole story with Scarborough and the Scarborough Health Network literally starts from the day that I was born. I was born 5 weeks premature, so literally I was getting special treatment from day one from the hospital staff here. When I got a little bit older, more kind of health problems started arising. I got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called ulcerative colitis, and it was a severe version of that. And I was admitted to Centenary Hospital for a week in my 20s, and we'd gotten it under control, and then it flared up, and a year later I was back in the hospital for another week. And then finding out that I had cancer in the same hospital almost felt like a weird kind of full circle moment that, I knew that this was going to be my toughest fight. There's nothing that can really prepare you to hear those words, that you have cancer. It's really not like what they show in the movies either, where there's like a definitive moment where you know that this is what it is. It's kind of like a build-up, and you kind of have an idea that this is what's going on, and that's what kind of happened to me. I knew that there was pain and discomfort down in that area. I knew that I went for an ultrasound, and I knew that the ultrasound came back with not great results. And even at that point, you're kind of thinking, maybe this is something, but it couldn't happen to me. And then I remember being here at Centenary, the urology unit, and I was in Dr. Klinghoffer's office, and he did his physical examination. He looked at my scans, and he said, you're in the age range and all your symptoms align with testicular cancer, but we won't know for sure until we operate. You know of people that have cancer, you know that cancer's bad, but when it happens to you, you're just, am I gonna die? Am I gonna be able to live a normal life? How do I tell my family? My wife was in the room with me, and we're both kind of just not sure. There's a lot of uncertainty. Not knowing what was gonna happen next was very, very tough for me. There's no part of that cancer journey that wasn't hard. Everything about it was hard. Not even just like when it started and all the treatments and everything, just even finding out that you have cancer is hard. It's mentally and emotionally taxing. Because again, you're filled with all this uncertainty and you don't know what's gonna happen next. The staff at these hospitals are absolutely incredible. And when you are at your lowest point, you need that smile on your face, reassuring you that everything's gonna be okay, and that's what I got here. Sometimes you think do I take it for granted having this healthcare, so close to me? I've had this consistent hospital, I have these consistent doctors, kind of always having my back since the day I was born. I did not realize how much work nurses do. I did not realize how much work doctors do. I did not realize how much work it is to keep an emergency going. I did not realize what paramedics do. And it really opened up my eyes to, there are a lot of people here making this place run, and there's a lot of people here that are willing to help me even though they have no idea who I am. I want everyone to know that if you're going through something like this, have faith, have resilience. I promise you, on the other end, there is light. You can climb, you can conquer, you can ascend. Being from Scarborough, it's just, you kind of have this resilience built into you. You kind of have this grit about yourself. One of the things that is kind of instilled into you as a value is you're never going to give up. Doesn't matter what the battle is, whatever it is, you're going and you're charging uphill and you are not looking back. And that's exactly what I did. From the time that I was little with pneumonia, that's what I did with my colitis, and that's what I did with my cancer journey. Living proof that anyone that supports these hospitals is you're really making a difference in someone's life. I'm not just a number, you're not just donating, you're not just getting a tax receipt. You've made the difference between life and death for me, and I mean that.